tissue or the inside of your elbow to prevent the spread of germs. Avoid contact with ill individuals and insist they isolate themselves until they have recovered and are symptom-free. Clean and sanitize frequently touched common surfaces and high-traffic areas in your home and workplace several times a day. Share these guidelines with others and help prevent the spread of illness and maintain a healthy environment. An ounce of prevention is worth a ton of cure.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Mrs. Pinar. Do we have Pomwene with us today? Welcome. We need to sanitize. Remember, learners, we sanitize. We also need to keep our social distance, and please remember your masks. So, although schools are closed, please, it is important that you learn by watching these online videos. Also, you can read as well as doing some schoolwork from these booklets that we are presenting to you. Today's lesson is Mathematics, Grade 7, Lesson 4, the topic is Order of Operations. Let's continue by looking at page 13. Order of operations. What do we mean when we talk about order? It has to do with the fact that things are done in a certain way. For example, when you get up in the morning, there's a specific way you do things. You do not just put your clothes on first, then take a bath or a shower, or you don't put your socks over your shoes, or you don't do high school before primary school. So, like there's order in the way we do things in life, there is also order in the way we do calculations. Now, the order of calculations or the order of operations is called BODMAS. BODMAS is abbreviated for the following. The B in BODMAS is for brackets. The O is for order or of. Then D and M is for division and multiplication. We're working from left to right. Lastly, in the operation, we will do addition and subtraction, also working from left to right. So the order of operation is called BODMAS. So when do we use BODMAS? We can turn to page 14. So when a sum has two or more different operation signs, that is when we use BODMAS. Our first example there. 9 times 3 minus brackets 4 plus 8, close your brackets, divided by 2. So what is the first operation that we'll do? So according to BODMAS, we first find whether in the operation or in the sum there are brackets. So the first operation we will do will be the operation in brackets. What do we have in brackets? 4 plus 8. So 4 plus 8 equals 12. So the next step, we rewrite all the operations until we get to the brackets. So the next step will be 9 times 3 minus, and the answer to the operation brackets is 12 divided by 2. What will we do next? According to BODMAS, brackets of, there is no of in that operation. So we continue, and so it will be division or multiplication. We do it from left to right. The order stays from left to right. So in this sum, the first operation that we will find there is multiplication. So what is the answer to 9 times 3? 27. So we write down, we go to our next step. So 27 minus 12 divided by 2. We continue. Still according to BODMAS, so the next operation will then be division. So I rewrite everything that I have there. 27 minus, and the answer to 12 divided by 2 is 6. And my last step is when I finalize my equation or my operation. So 27 minus 6 is equal to 21. Remember, keep the order of the numbers in the equation the same. You don't change the number until you have done the equation. Number sentences are always calculated from left to right, just the same way that we read a book. On page 14, you will find a few examples. Now, I have written 2 of the examples I have written on the board. So we will go through these 2 examples. And you have to go with me. Try and get the answer before I write the answer. So you can find that as quick as possible. In my example, we have 240 plus 32 times 2. According to BODMAS, remember, B for brackets, O for of, D and M in order from left to right, division and multiplication, as well as addition and subtraction works from left to right. In this sum, I have addition and multiplication. So what will we do first? According to BODMAS, multiplication will be done first. You are correct. So let's bring down what we have there, plus I find the answer to my multiplication sum, and that is 64. Right, I only have one operation left, so I will do that operation. So 240 plus 64 will give me 304. I hope you found the answer before me. Thank you. All right, let's do our second example. Do you know what we are going to do first? Of course, brackets. In this sum, we have brackets, so we will do our brackets first. 117 plus 24 times 2 squared, né? 2 squared, which is order. So 117 plus 24 gives me 141 times 2 squared. Yes. So what will I do now? I will do my exponent or order next. So I have 141 times 2 squared. Yes, 4. So 141 times 4 gives me 564. We will go to the activities on page 15. I will do the first activity with you. See if you can follow and see if you can find the answer before the teacher does. In our sum, 35 minus 3 times 2 plus 8. Which operation do you think? Or not even think, know now. Which operation will we do first? According to BODMAS, again, brackets of or order or exponent, division, multiplication from left to right. This means the one that we find in the sum first. So if we first have division, we do that first. If we first have multiplication, we do that one first. The same goes for addition and subtraction. It does not matter which one you get first in the sum. They go hand in hand. They are friends. They go together. They work together. Whichever one we find first. So in that sum, according to BODMAS, our first operation will be multiplication. So, step by step, I rewrite everything. I find the answer of 3 times 2, which is 6, plus 8. I just continue. So, what do you think? Which of these operations will we do first? Subtraction or addition? Remember, addition and subtraction are friends. They go together, but we work from left to right, meaning the one that we find first in our sum. In this case, we have subtraction first. So 35 minus 6 is equal to 29 plus 8. So we do our addition. The only one that's left, 29 plus 8 is equal to 37. You have the answer? Right? So you will find, on page 15, you will find 5 more activities. Then there's also extension work. So if you really want to challenge yourself, do all those activities and do the extension work as well. I thank you. So, as we have come to the end of today's lesson, please keep in mind that we always have to sanitize, right? You sanitize, make sure that your hands are clean. Also, we have to remember to keep our social distance. We also need to remember to wear our masks. And although schools are closed, remember it is important that you keep watching your online videos. And also, you have to read and keep on doing your schoolwork. Bye. See you next time.
Hi everyone, I'm Josh and I'm back. Even though the schools are closed, I thought about we can still do online classes, learning and reading. You can also do your schoolwork. Until next time, bye!
Catch Namibia's rising talents displaying the best goals, breathtaking saves, like a 1-2 combination on the pitch, as well as the biggest misses. It's the MTC Hop Soul Youth League Soccer Show, showcasing Africa's next soccer superstars. Only on One Africa Television, every Wednesdays at 18:30. Aye, it's Super Disc on another level.
Win free airtime with One Africa TV. Share your comments on the channel. SMS your feedback, name and town to 555. One Africa TV. It just gets better.
Black sunrise, always gonna be a surprise, 'cause we don't know the way it's going to go, 'cause we can see the way it's going to be, 'cause we can see.
We're talking about COVID. Babaji, tell us about the day you found out you had COVID.
The day I found out I have COVID, it was a difficult day. I didn't understand how I got COVID, because I was always covered, I was always with my hand sanitizer. It came with my wife. And that whole day, I was thinking, what's gonna happen to me? I'm gonna survive. My kids, I was losing my tasting, smelling. There were some days I will test my taste buds and put like 4 or 5 chilies in my coffee. No ways. I didn't taste it.
So did you also lose your appetite in the process?
It was very funny. In the first week, no, I was chowing. I was chowing like I will wake up like midnight and make for me something. But after the first week, then the appetite was gone. When you go to bed, your body is also automatically switching off. And that's a dangerous time for COVID. It's like glass pinching you, cutting you inside your lungs. Then the heart was pumping like rabbit pumps. You are losing a lot of fluids at night.
Is that through fever or what?
Yeah, it's through fever.
So have you experienced any side effects from having contracted COVID-19?
No, not yet. Maybe still coming, but not yet.
And your wife?
She was complaining about light head. It's an annoying headache. It's light, but it's annoying.
So basically you didn't take any prescribed medicine from the doctor to recover from COVID?
No, I didn't. The only thing I was using is Desperin for my blood not to clot. Because for some people, when your lungs are really, really infected, your blood will start to clot from the lungs, close all the airways. That's where we are passing. I'm smoking cigarette, and when you were a smoker and COVID in your lungs now.
So then after you found out, you both found out you had COVID, what did you guys do to protect the kids?
The kids move out from the house. The Buddhists will come, then we will collect everything for them and just put for them outside. When they came, just grab the food and go.
So what was the biggest battle for you? Was it mental or physical?
Mentally. Mentally was the biggest battle. I'm actually an international movie maker, and my career was cut off. I couldn't put bread on the table. There were some days you have one meal for the day and went to bed. And that was hitting me in my mind. What if Blessing get corona now? Where am I gonna go? Who gonna help? There were also some people depend on us in the rural areas. We couldn't help them. My future was black, dark, dark, dark. I couldn't even see that small light at the end of the tunnel. One day, my daughter decided, now I want to see my father today. And I just told her, yeah, she can come. The first words was, Daddy, I was praying for you yesterday night. Don't worry, Corona will go back soon. And I was asking, from where? From Namibia? She said, no, not from Namibia, from you. And you are not looking good. And she was actually heartbroken. Until today, she hates Corona. From there, then I was like, oh, okay. If the smallest one is saying this, why am I not picking me up self and do the right thing and get rid of this thing? That's where I started to run, to practice, coming to my quiet place. And actually, the main thing that broke my heart during that time was there was no one. The time of COVID, there was no one.
So can you tell us where we are right now?
We are at my silent place. I call this place my silent place. I will come here when the COVID is hitting me like 120%. Looking at the ocean, then you will hear voices like, no, you don't belong here. Today you don't belong here. Get up and go home. Some days they will nurse you like, no, you will survive. Your future is a bright future. You must not give up now. Think about your kids. Think about the people around you. Even the wind will do that. Actually, you must meditate. The thing of COVID is, looks like COVID is afraid of the warmness and is friends with the coldness. So the whole time you are baking in the sun, it helps a lot.
So is that what you did?
Yeah, I did. I will do that twice a day. This was supposed to be a golden year for me, a very, very good golden year for me. But then COVID decided, no, this is not going to be your golden year. Everything was cancelled. We, the filmmakers, this year, from the international shoots, lost lot of money.
You've lost 3 family members? Is it all due to COVID?
No, not all due to COVID. First one, my sister, she was very close to me. She contracted COVID April, and she was in ICU for 3 months. The COVID damaged her lungs, and at the stage her lungs collapsed and she couldn't breathe without the machines. Her kidneys failed, her liver has failed. COVID is real. First of all, COVID is real. It's not a joke. Most of the people, they fall away from COVID regulations. Still early to fall away from COVID regulations. We must still go in line with those COVID regulations.
And how long did you say it took you to recover?
3 weeks, 21 days.
What must somebody do to change your mind from that negative perspective to that positive?
COVID, no job, it's very dangerous. There was one day I just decided I'm gonna take a rope, go to the jetty, sit around there, and after all I will hang there by the jetty. The time I arrived here there was no wind, out of nowhere. The ocean was like angry, and it started to get cold. And I was like, but it was just nice weather. Then I sat down. Then the universe will talk with you, the wind, the sun, the ocean. That's the main thing of COVID. If you don't save yourself, no one will save you. And we must always appreciate what we have around us. That's the main thing in COVID. If you don't appreciate what you have around you, no, you will lose your head.
Smile, smile, smile. When you walk with me, I just want you to smile, smile.
My industry and what I've done with my hands in Namibia, it's going all over the world, and here you are, Babaji, you want to quit? Now, I'm excited for 2021. It's not gonna be the same like 2020 now. I'm making back in the groove.
Give me food, clothes, water, and shelter. Nothing else, no matter. You're my moonlight in my heaven. Let all my sins be forgiven. Happiness rain on me. Never let the children cry. Namibia, smile. Early this morning, woke up holding my head, hearing my heartbeat all night long. Shades of this motel keeping me in bed.